Hello everybody and welcome to our series, Div E of Dragon Gall Z and FF and the Pancakes. Dragon Gall Z is our home team, and down here in Div E, they get to decide first pick or second pick, and they went for first pick. So FF and the Pancakes then banned out Praxis Holdout and Infernal Shrines. Dragon Gall Z banned out Battlefield of Eternity as well as Dragon Shire. So FF and the Pancakes takes us to Alterac Pass, a very uncommon pick 1. Or map pick. It is interesting though, down here in Div E, the draft is pretty personal. So it'll be very interesting to see what all gets banned, what all gets picked. We do have Stukov ban, as well as Orphea and Nazebo? Yeah, Nazebo. So pretty safe bans, all things considered. Not sure what this will be. Maybe a tank? My gut would say tank right out of the gate. But we'll see. Garrosh! Garrosh is in fact a tank! I am going to set up the prediction here. This is an ad still in progress. It's not supposed to be. Game 1 results. First pick, probably going to be... probably going to be KT or something, but Vala does make sense. That's a pretty common comfort pick.
Crusade calls.
I'm trying to think of something funny.
Fight time.
That's the best I got. Again, I am running solo here, so bear with me. Johanna Brightwing, interesting pick. I don't think Brightwing is usually played in lower divisions. Like, she's got a lot of potential, but not a very common pick. Set that up as 5 minutes. Yeah, no, that's not a common pick. Anduin Varian, though, both common picks. Question is this a tank variant? Because as all my loyal fans know, Varian is not a tank. Taunt Varian is a bruiser with CC. Not a tank. Rexar is the ban out here. Makes sense if this is a Taunt Varian, but Varian is not a tank. Try and play him like a tank, but he's a tank. Tychus is the next ban. Interesting choice. Interesting. Okay, these are uncomfortable. I will bear with possible headache. Ow. I need better solution to, light sensitivity.
The hunt is on.
Lunara and Leoric. Solid picks. That's a lot of damage potential on the side of FF and the Pancakes there. Anduin should be able to keep up after a Lunara pretty well, but is going to take a little bit of extra effort. He doesn't just like passively out-heal the dot. So that is going to be a big thing. And if Varian is the tank role here, I have questions. This could be a triple solo lane setup where they're just trying to pressure the map constantly. Which case, that is an answer. That is definitely an answer to that. So we go ahead and throw out the prediction. I guess I know what the prediction rules are. I know how they work. But yeah. Now, turn the light up instead of down. I'm really... they are plenty tanky. Yes! They are plenty tanky! They are about as tanky as you can get. Alrighty, let's get into game number 1. On the left side, we have Visley on the Imperious, Helix the Cat on Anduin, Solnova on Varian, Moogle on Vala, and Porthos on the Blaze. I think I actually played alongside Porthos before. For Dragon Gall Z. On the right side, we have FF and the Pancakes with Mr. Swee on the Leoric, Voger on the Johanna, Mr. G on the ever-adorable Death Brightwing, Stumpy, or FF, on the Lunara, that's her name, and who am I missing? Courtney on the Fire Mage Kel'Thos. And the wave blows up about as fast as you would expect with this draft. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm very curious. We do have auto attack Vala. It's probably a taunt variant if they are going overpower. What's... Huh! Oh wait, no, Adrenaline is the pickup, I think. Yeah. Looks like most of the talent pickups are about standard. Spear missed a little bit there. Yep, and Vala goes and helps pick up the camp alongside Anduin. Lightwell is an interesting choice. That's the only one that's kind of not standard. Come on, guys. There's only a little bit of time left on the Gamba. Gamble! Have fun. Gamble. They're fake points anyway. Camp does get cleared out relatively quickly in that mid lane. Objective should be announced momentarily. Ooh, nice move, Vala. Getting out of that Kel'Thos Q. Saved quite a bit of damage. Low on mana, though. That's both the camps taken care of. There's not a whole lot going on right now. Not a whole lot to talk about. It is, in fact, Taunt Varian.
Our scouts report that the Horde's keeping some of our soldiers prisoners. Get ready to free them.
I am very curious how this draft's gonna work, because, I mean, once we get into the later game, their damage is gonna fall off. Health pools do not scale as well as damage does. Oh, nice taunt onto the Brightwing. That's a lot of damage. Brightwing does pop the cleanse to try and get out of danger. She does manage to do so there.
All right, lads.
Good when the bosses get announced.
Prison camp from being captured and get our
Yeah,
soldiers out
looks
of
like
the
5
Horde.
minutes. Yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty slow game. It looks like Dragon Gall Z is just going to kind of go playing the map, putting pressure in the lanes as best they can, just kind of putting out a whole lot of pressure. There's a lot of answers on FF and the Pancakes, though, so I don't know how that'll work. Varian, though, looking to try and sneak out a capture here. Talent tier advantage is in play for FF, but not for long. That's the last of the Guardians down. Lots of free damage going on to Varian. Both sides kind of positioning for a fight, but I don't see one going out here. Lunara's off on her own. This is a favorable fight for Dragon Gall Z here. They can't safely initiate it. Lunara still separated. Onto Lunara, lots of CC, and she does go down. It's a lot of damage onto both Imperious and Varian, though. I was gonna say, Spear probably coming back up. There goes Leoric. Lots of blow-up potential on the side of Dragon Gall Z, and Brightwing does not have a proper cleanse. FF can probably retest this if they really want to. I'm not sure if they want to, though. Looks like they want to. Stun onto Blaze, bit of damage, he does pop his armor. Channel does go out, as does a taunt. Brightwing very low, but she should be okay. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna go down here. Vala has no mana, though. First objective does go in favor of Dragon Gall Z. They are a little bit ahead on the XP. Question is, can they spiral the advantage that they have by being basically immortal right now? I don't think so. It'll be interesting to see if they can, though. This objective is just shredding in this mid lane, though. Probably not going to get a whole lot of value. Looks like Bot is experiencing about the same thing. Taunt goes out on Joe, as does the Spear. She should be fine, though. Triketa, wow! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the community.
Is that the best you can do, Frostwolf?
Objective does get cleared out here. Yeah, this is a very chill game. Both sides are just kind of hanging out, not doing a whole lot. They're just kind of just pushing their own strategies, just playing the map. Who needs to fight the enemy team when you can just play the map? Pop goes out on Joe, but she does pop the unstoppable there. Those waves, man. Johanna, KT, they just vanish. Lunara getting bullied a little bit in this bot lane, though. Should be okay, though. Yep, she's fine. Joe's supporting the siege camp. Structures are about the same, even though Dragon Gall Z did win the first objective. That does not bode well for Dragon Gall Z. Let me check the other lanes. I guess top is pretty favored. Bot is not much happened in bot lane. Oh, possible gank. Nope. Neither side really looking to start fights here. Both sides just hanging out. Emerald Wind makes sense. Yeah, everything ult-wise makes sense. Little surprised by Bunker just because they're already really survivable. I mean, I know Bunker is like almost always the right call, but Brightwing can't out-heal that dot.
Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the war.
So you basically shut down your opponent's healer. I don't know. Hard to know for sure without seeing a fight yet. I feel like they're gonna be so low on damage. We do see a channel already begin for FF and the Pancakes here. Varian a little on his own. Both sides have regrouped, though. Looks like Imperius wants to clear out that mid-camp before anything else happens. KT and Lunara, I think, in the same way. Again, both sides just kind of chilling. Oh, we might see another big, proper fight here. Bit of damage going out on Imperius. Should get healed up just fine. Entomb goes on the Anduin. Light Bomb going up. He does survive long enough for it to go out, but he does then go down. Lots of damage onto the Leoric, but he does get healed back up. And it is, in fact, FF and the Pancakes that win that fight there. With help from the Entomb. Varian buying a little bit of time for Anduin to respawn. They might be able to recontest this. It'll be tight. No, it won't be tight. As long as they don't lose anybody else or too many resources, they'll be fine. Anduin is back up. Blaze looking to engage. Anduin still a little far, so is Imperius. Frontline being a little aggressive here. Vala is there to back them up, though. Vala being very aggressive. Entomb comes out. Bull comes out as well. Stun onto the backline with the charge. Lots of healing going out from the Anduin, trying to keep everybody alive. Bunker goes out, but Varian was a little too far. Channel, or objective, goes in favor of FF and the Pancakes. Imperius does go down as well. And here comes the objective. This is going to get a fair amount of value, as there are 2 dead for Dragon Gall Z here. Looks like bot lane is going to be completely undefended. Lunara has a ton of siege potential, too. Mid-port does go down in favor of FF and the Pancakes here. Oh, they're also pushing with 16s. Stun does go out onto the Johanna. Emerald Wind pushing back that light bomb there. Varian being quite aggressive here, trying to do some zoning. Vala stepping up just a tad too far. He took the extra range, didn't he? Yep. Makes sense. At this division, most people are kind of starting to become very comfortable with the Kael'thas explosion radius. And so, if you can change it, you kind of throw them off their game, and much more likely for living bombs to spread. Vala does not have any mana up here. Don't think we're gonna see any kills. Phoenix does come out. We might see a kill on the backline here. Lots of damage going on to that Vala. Anduin is also pretty low, so is Blaze. Emerald Wind does counteract that. Oh, poor Blaze. He can't heal from that fire. Yeah, no, Emerald Wind does shut down that spear. Seems to be some disagreement on whether or not to go for the boss there. Varian wants to find out. Conclusion seems to be that they are not going for the boss. Mid camp picked up by both teams there. Taunt onto Joe, trying to get some free damage out there. Good dodge from the Varian.
Soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Mid lane is getting cleared out by FF and the Pancakes. It's a pretty big wave that needs to be dealt with, but everyone is there to deal with it. Alright. here comes another team fight.
Free our soldiers and show the Horde what the Stormpipe Guard can do.
Blaze and Imperius are a bit far. Dragon Gall Z has to be willing to give for a short moment while Blaze rotates back. Good poke from the Varian there. Buying a little bit of extra time, and Blaze is ready to engage. Taunt did go out onto the Joe. Blaze looks like he wants to go in there. Bit of damage on to the Leoric. Emerald Wind does go out, and Tomb goes out as well. Light Bomb onto Tomb as the spear. Little bit of a target miscommunication there, but Leoric does still go down. Varian very low, trying to buy some time. Anduin trying to save Varian, but I don't know if it'll be enough. He has no HP, and he does in fact go down. Anduin has just a bit of health himself. Blaze trying to peel for the Vala. He might die in exchange, but it doesn't look like he will, thanks to the bunker there. Objective channel does once again begin for FF and the Pancakes, and it does look like Dragon Gall Z are just going to pick up that middle camp. They are going to lose the objective, though, momentarily. That might buy them enough time for Varian to step up. Looks like Dragon Gall Z are just going to keep buying time there. That might have cost them that objective there. Blaze is doing the best he can, but he is losing a lot of HP for that poke. Varian should be here momentarily. They can possibly recontest, but they absolutely have to win the fight. And they have to start it now, probably. Doesn't look like they're going to recontest. Looks like they're just backing off and going to go for the defense.
They've managed to free the raiders. Won't be long before they charge at us.
Pushing out bot lane there. Mid camp is cleared out by FF and the Pancakes. That's a pretty important thing, as they'll just burn the objective that way. 20 advantage is in play for FF and the Pancakes. Big taunt onto Lunara in the backline there. She does jump herself out. Light Bomb onto 2. Brightwing goes down, followed immediately by Leoric. Unstoppable gets popped by the Joes, allowing her to survive. Lunara is less likely, though. She jumped back into the fight. Spear missing the Johanna there. They can't chase as they need to deal with this objective. Top lane should kind of deal with itself. Mid lane Keep does manage to stay alive. Bot lane, though, needs to be dealt with pretty soon. Imperius, not the best person in the world at dealing with this kind of thing. Varian will back him up. And that is bottom objective taken care of. Not a whole lot of damage there. Looks like top is going to be about the same. Solid defense by Dragon Gall Z, keeping themselves in this game. They do have a short time window to try and take advantage of the enemies being dead. And it looks like their play is for the boss. However, it is definitely known. And I don't know if they can burn it in time before the Lunara can get here. Lunara being the main decider on whether or not they can capture this. Leoric doing what he can to sniff it out. He's very clearly aware of it. Everybody rotating in. Might be looking for a big buried alive here, but it looks like he's not going to be able to step up. Looks like they were not able to get here in time, and he might die for it, and he does die for it. Eating the light bomb, though. It's a pretty important ult that is down. Looks like the play is to push with the boss here. Never mind. I take it back. Phoenix does get popped. That's another pretty important ult, but definitely makes sense to try and stop this boss from getting too much value there. Looks like a potential for a double boss play. Makes sense as the objective is not... Oh, objective is coming up. That second boss could get them the objective if they can secure it, but it might be a bit greedy for them to try and secure it, and they don't. Yeah, they absolutely seem to agree, not going for that second boss. Leoric, though, doubts it and checks it out. Both sides starting to kind of position for the objective here. Leoric is back up.
I've got eyes on our
Mid-camp getting picked up by Dragon Gall Z. That can do a lot of damage while the objective is being fought for. Both sides keeping an eye on this boss. We might see a fight for this boss instead of the objective, honestly. Nope, Dragon Gall Z is positioning for the objective. Side's looking for an initiation to this fight. Those Entombs have so far gotten several kills on the back line. Dragon Gall Z has to be aware of that. Looks like Anduin's playing a little safer now as in response to that. Channel does begin by the blaze. Entomb onto Anduin. That's no healing for the next while. He does survive, though. He does pop the light bomb, does not find a target, so he doesn't get the shield. Stays alive a little bit, as does Imperius, but probably not for too long. That is 2 down on the side of Dragon Gall Z, and it looks like Varian is next. This is the sort of thing I was talking about with the damage scaling significantly higher than health does. That is just way too much damage. It doesn't matter if you have 1 health or 1,000,000. If you get 1 shot, you get 1 shot. Early game was very favorable for Dragon Gall Z, but does not look like they're going to be able to, does not look like they were able to keep a hold of that advantage. Yeah, they definitely can't recontest this. This is a very difficult position. I don't think this ends here, because it is very difficult to end with only 1 open lane, but it definitely opens up the opportunity for them to end in the future. Front wall does go down before the objective shows up, but everybody is back up and ready to defend. Keeps already losing a lot of health. There's just so much siege in those 2 DPS there. Varian does manage to scare them away a little bit, though. Jo being a little aggressive. She might die for it. Lots of stuns. She does pop the Unstoppable as well as her big shield, and she does go down. That is 2 ults, though, completely on CD. Though no joke for this push is a very bad thing. That is a lot of possible aggression that is just not available to them. Leoric can start some fights with help from the Entomb, but it is still a difficult task. Udar does get bullied away from that bottom keep. Objective seems to be able to take it on its own. No, the keep survives by 1 HP. Core taking some damage, but these cores do heal up, and they heal up stupid fast. That is the second keep, though. That does secure the possible win con for FF and the Pancakes. Taunt onto Lunara, but he doesn't have any backup. He might be too far from his team. Living Bomb does spread to the Anduin there. Core does heal up to full there. Looks like FF and the Pancakes wanted to try and sneak that final keep. They might lose Kel'Thas in exchange for it. Entomb does peel for Kel'Thas, though, keeping him alive just long enough for him to get out of that fight. Solid play from FF and the Pancakes there. They're starting to look for an opportunity to win, and it looks like their decision is going to be to pick up that bot boss, and I don't think it's getting sniffed out by Dragon Gall Z here. Oh, it's getting baited, not going for. Oh, Dragon Gall's checking it. Might see a fight in a second here. They're starting the boss. Looks like the call is to not go for boss on either side here. Varian's looking for a pick.
never get me out of this bunker, heathens!
Both sides are looking at this boss here. Neither side seems content going for it, though. To be fair, it is a pretty high risk. That mid lane, though, pushing very much in favor of Dragon Gall Z. Taunt does go out onto the Joe, so does the Unstoppable. Bit of a shield onto Varian. That core, though, very low health. Blaze is taking care of it, though. That does mean they are one down for this fight. They can't initiate this. Leoric is definitely looking for a solid entomb here, which absolutely makes sense. A little surprised he didn't go for it there. Varian does charge in. Blaze right behind him. Taunt onto the Johanna, but she heals to full. Varian does go down to the Living Bomb Phoenix there. Lunara goes down right after, though. That's a 1-for-1 trade right now. Joe does not have any backup, losing all of her shield, all of her armor, and she does get her shield popped. Little bit of health. No longer has her cheat depth, but she is out of the fight completely. I think that's a favorable trade for Dragon Gall Z. They seem to agree, as they are picking up this objective here. Joe does not have a whole lot of HP. Possible entomb onto Blaze here. He is losing a lot of his HP. Big stun onto Leoric. He wants to try and get out. Light Bomb onto 2. Entomb does go out, but Brightwing is already dead. Pull goes out to keep unsilence Imperious. Vala very low with the Living Bomb. Kel'Thot's even lower, though. He does go down. That is 4 down on the side of FF and the Pancakes, and possibly another. No, Joe does get out, but that is all that keeps down. Varian is dealing with it, though. Dragon Gall Z has a lot of things to worry about here, but they are going to secure the objective, so that is one less thing for them to worry about. Vala tried to poke the boss, was not able to get there in time. They still have roughly 30 seconds, probably, of just free access to the entire map, more or less. Might see a gank here. Does not look like we will, though. Core is not in danger at the moment. A little bit of free damage on this wall while the objective is on its way. Potential 5v5 here. That objective does increase the damage of all friendly heroes inside it. Possible charge coming through here. Bottom fort does go down, it sounded like. Middle objective is dead already. That's top and bottom fort, though, taken. Dragon Gall Z just trying to keep them all here, honestly. Probably the right move, but they can't lose anyone. Big taunt followed by a light bomb. Lots of damage onto that front line. The Orc does get out. The Emerald Wind does counteract all that progress that they made there. She did not take the low CD Emerald Wind, though. And they do charge into this keep. As much damage out as they can. Taunt onto Joe. She does get her cheat death pop procced. She does go down. Bottom keep gets taken out by the objective. Mid keep might be next. Buried Alive does go out, just barely missing the Varian. Blaze does pop the bunker. Very low HP. Varian doing the best he can on that backline, trying to keep them busy. That is 2 keeps down. Double Living Bomb on that front line, though. These blue health bars are way too low. Joe is dead, but there's not a whole lot they can do with that, as they don't have health, and Vala does not have any mana. They are healing up relatively okay. Looks like they're going to try and end with this camp, potentially, or at the very least, just put some more pressure out. Taunt onto the Leoric, as does the Living Bomb. That's a lot of low health bars. And it's Varian who goes down, the Leoric staying alive. Brightwing does use her teleport. Buried alive, almost securing the Blaze there. Looks like Polymorph might be the thing to secure him instead. And he might survive? That dot putting a lot of damage on him, but he does stay alive. Imperious, though, now in danger. Second pool does come out. Blaze goes down. Vala also in some danger now. That is 2 down as the objective is coming up here. And in total inversion of what happened just a minute ago, it is FF and the Pancakes picking up the camp, potentially looking to end here. Looks like they're going to say, no, we are not going to make that same play. It did not work out for you. Probably not going to work out for us either. Objective does get picked up. Blaze will be up to contest, though. This is a very dangerous situation for Dragon Gall Z. If they lose the objective, it's likely game. If they all die, it is definitely game. Blaze is back up and ready to fight. 20 seconds. They've got to stop this objective. 15 seconds. This is going to be close. It's going to be real close. Varian looking for an aggressive taunt, does get it onto the Lunara. Charge does keep the aggression going. Blue health bars dropping very quickly, though. Emerald Wind does counteract the disengage. Buried alive onto the Blaze. He does stay alive for the most part, but Vala very low. Gets healed up. Blaze does go down. Leoric trying his best onto the backline there. It's 2 for 1 trade, 3 for 1 trade. 3 for 2 trade, and potentially more. These blue health or red health bars very low. KT does manage to secure the disengage, but the core is now in danger. Imperious going back to deal with that, while Vala and Anduin work on this objective. Anduin does taunt these minions away, giving Vala time to channel. Speaking of channeling that bottom, Vala does see it though. That core, though, in a bit of danger. Vala backing up. It looks like Anduin is also backing up. Leoric will be up momentarily. Vala's Hearth is interrupted. That core has that no HP. That Hearth interrupt may have secured the game. And Winions! Winions for FF and the Pancakes. I will be back in a second. Close one? Hell yeah, it was close. Pop over to talents and pop the prediction. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, that was a game. Alright, give it a second before... So yeah, there's the ads over. That was... that was freaking close. Part of me is regretting picking up this cast, part of me is definitely not regretting picking up this cast. I'm so fatigued, it is not a joke. Alrighty, everybody, we are in game 2 of our series. Why did it not say who picked it? There we go. Of our game 2 of our series between Dragon Gall Z and FF and the Pancakes. Dragon Gall Z was home. Oh. Lobby broke. Anyway! Dragon Gall Z was home team, so they decided to go for first pick. FF and the Pancakes then banned out Braxis Holdout and Infernal Shrines. Dragon Gall Z then banned out Battlefield of Eternity and Dragonshire. FF and the Pancakes then takes us to Ultrac Pass, which they win. And then takes us to Sky Temple. And we don't know who will win this one. Assuming the lobby is free. There we go. Let's hop into the draft. I'm still frustrated at the fact that you guys get to hear music and I don't. I just have to sit here in relative silence. I should get like a 2-computer setup so I can actually like hear the music and stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons I want to like get a more proper setup. Johanna gets instant ban. That is some serious respect there. At least I'm assuming that's a respect ban. Stukov is the next ban, followed by Orphea. I like Orphea. You don't get to see her very often, but I like her. She's a very interesting character. Not sure what this ban is. Garrosh again, maybe? Makes sense. They were either considering it or strategizing. Tactic, ooh, Brightwing first pick. Picking up the globals early. But a tactic I absolutely loved that I saw in crap, I forget what it's called, but the professional hot thing that doesn't exist anymore. Sadly. Nazebo and Leoric pickups. One of the teams, one of their big specialties was they did the draft really fast, so the opponent didn't have time to think. And I used that for my team too. Really nice. If you can do it, like, you can put a lot of pressure, mental pressure out. Volstad Rexar, another global, and someone who can provide a lot of damage. Or a lot of global pressure. Also damage. Let's set up the prediction while we're waiting on the ban here. Sylvanas! Sylvanas. Makes a lot of sense. She can do a lot of damage in this map. Lucio! No Lucio this evening. Interesting band choice. Rengar! One of my favorite healers, in all honesty. I'm just a wolf guy. I like wolves. Wolves are cool. Martin! Not sure what this last pick's gonna be. Probably something bursty. But it also kind of opens up an option for a serious surprise pick here. So we might see something really out of left field. Ah, of course, they're gonna pick a pancake. A Nubarak and Vala. So a more typical draft here, but they do have a lot of map pressure. We might actually see a cheese. Cheese is an option. So we might see a cheese on the in the first minute there. I've got an odd feeling that this is going to be an atypical pick. Nope, Kel'Thas. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the prediction there. And yeah, let's just kind of get into it, I guess. Let's get into it. Alrighty, on the left side we have Autumn on Falstad, Helix the Cat on right wing, Moogle on the Vala, Solnova on the Beetle, and Porthos on Misha. For Dragon Gall Z, on the right side we have Mr. G on the Wolf, Courtney on KT, Jaeger on the Dwarf Muradin, Stampy aka FF on the crap. Who's that? Nazebo, that one. And Mr. R, or it's just Mr. Civ on the Leoric. Lots of damage onto Misha already. Lots of fighting for the vision here. We do have my preferred quest picked up for the Nazebo. I personally like a very zombie-centric build on my Nazebo. Falstad does not manage to evade the spiders there. Looks like a 4-man rotation for FF and the Pancakes, and they are very much on pace for it. Makes a lot of sense. Both KT and Nazebo benefit a lot from that 4-man rotation. We're gonna see an invade. Looks like we're gonna see an invade. Beetle does slow down that backline there. Muradin putting a lot of damage out onto blue backline. Autumn does get healed up by the Brightwing. Solnova very low though. Misha did rotate in. This is a 5v5. And the zombies do secure the disengage in favor of, or disengage for FF and the Pancakes. Neither side really won that invade battle there. Both siege camps picked up about simultaneously. In complete contrast to game 1, both sides behaving quite aggressively here. I forget when objectives get announced. I think it's 2:30. I forgot if this was a 2:30 or 3-minute objective map. I don't get to go here very often. Like, I really like this map, but like, I don't get to cast this map very often. I know a lot of people don't. It does look like we're going to see the continued 4-man rotation on the side of FF and the Pancakes. Nazebo is on pace for his quest. Bruiser Camp getting picked up for Dragon Gall Z. That is an advantage that they definitely have. They are much better at picking up these camps. Rhaegar helps minimize that a little bit, but still. Bruiser Camp does get picked up by Dragon Gall Z. Looks like it's also getting picked up by FF and the Pancakes, but it did take 3 of them. Objectives are available. Misha sitting on the point there. Looks like top is going to be the focus for Dragon Gall. They might just take the trade. If they take the trade, I think it benefits Dragon Gall Z a little bit more, as they can get a lot more pressure in both that lane and the other, and another, as is evidenced by Autumn pushing in that bot lane there. Engage onto Kel'Thas, but there's definitely, there's no way he dies there. They're just harassing. Top objective is complete for Dragon Gall Z. Mid objective is complete for FF and the Pancakes. Gentlemen, a trade does happen there. Falstad trying to minimize the pushing that was happening.
The light fades from my temples, but it will return again.
Another fight for vision! These guys love their vision. Waves do get blown up relatively quickly. Zebo fallen a little bit behind, but is still on pace for his quest. For those of you unfamiliar, the recommended, or minimum, speed that is typically stated for Nazebo is 10 stacks per minute. And he is on that minimum pace. Both sides are picking up their bruiser camps, or siege camps, rather. Yeah, this Nazebo build is pretty similar to mine, actually. You got Dead Rush, Blood Ritual. This is one aggressive beetle here. Follow was not in range to follow up any of that aggression. To be fair, he's not really getting punished for it at all or anything. Looks like 4-mana rotation does continue. Beetle does go in there, so does Falstad. Living Bomb getting spread around a little bit. We are going to see a proper team fight for this objective, most likely, as this is a one objective setup. Beetle doing a lot of Beetle things here. Yeah, this is almost like talent for talent my Nazebo build, which is not normally picked up. First half of the channel is being picked up by Autumn. Big gust to buy a little bit of time for the rest of that half. Entomb goes out, not managing to get any. In fact, kind of messing up the Leoric. Big Ancestral onto Nazebo, but he's pretty low, but so are these blue health bars. Gargantuan getting a little bit of value there. Misha getting a lot more value than Gargantuan. Nazebo does go down to the Vala. 1-for-0 trade at the moment. Misha does get healed up. Looks like this objective might go 100% in favor of Dragon Gall Z. And it will go 100% in favor of Dragon Gall Z. Bruiser camps are still available. Both sides seem to be a big fan of their camps.
Stronger than I believed.
And FF and the Pancakes is picking up their Bruiser camp. Dragon Gall Z a little bit behind, but they did pick up their objective. Maybe an invade? No. Does not look like they're willing to risk an invade. Then the Pancakes will be pushing this top lane, though, with Murden. Siege camps are going to be up momentarily. Rexar beats out Murden in lane, like, 9 times out of 10. Invade does go out here, Gust as well. Aggressive move by the Leoric. They really want this objective. Ancestral onto Leoric. The health bar is very, very low. It does look like they're going to give it, and Falstad will go down. Not sure that was worth the 4 ults popped. Leoric is going to entune the Beetle there. And does look like they're going to go for boss, so that's probably why they dropped so many ults. Rexar will secure that top lane though. Not sure why he hearthed. I didn't see what his mana was like. That's probably what it was for, and now he's just going to go for that objective. Boss is going to start work on this bot lane. Rexar is probably going to start work on the top lane. If this is a 1-for-1 trade, even with this boss, I think it favors Dragon Gall Z. And the boss is already almost dead here. Gargantuan, though, getting some value. There goes that boss. Looks like Murden's gonna have to fight for the objective here. In fact, he just walks off of it. So this is possibly a really substantial objective for Dragon Gall Z. Murden does pop the avatar. Helix the cat walks off of the objective. Yeah, they trade the last bits of the objectives here for each other. Snarfungus, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We are in the middle of our game 2 here on Sky Temple. Currently, Dragon Gall Z has a slight advantage over FF and the Pancakes, but it is still very much anyone's game here. Glad to have you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a way to shout out easy, right? That's the thing. Shout out. Snarfungus. I think that worked. Cool. Hopefully that worked. I did hear the Entomb go out, but it doesn't look like a whole lot happened with it. Potential fight? I think they're just scared about the invade again. That invade, kinda did some serious damage. And it hits! Here it comes! Gust does go out a little premature. Beetle getting a lot of value, the Cocoon as well. Nazeebo very much on his own, losing a lot of HP here. Ancestral goes out! I thought that Stasis would counter it, honestly. Phoenix goes out as well, and it's Rhaegar who goes down instead. Div E, your favorite? It's a solid division. There's a lot of weirdness that happens down here. Oh, are we gonna trade invade for invade? We trade invade for invade! Dragon Gall Z does pick up the opposing bruiser camp. This is a one objective, yeah, this is one objective here. This is a very favorable position for Dragon Gall Z. It looks like Brightwing is going to solo that objective for the time being. I don't think she can solo it entirely. Like, I don't think she can out-heal that. She looks so cute. I love Brightwing. It looks like they're gonna trade off that bot lane and another invade attempt. These sides are not staying to their sides at all. Murden might pay... Oh, Autumn might pay for it. She does pop the Gust. Cocoon goes out onto the KT, gets burned almost immediately. Bottom objective picked up, though, as well as the camp pushing. That is a keep guaranteed. I think. Yeah.
Has destroyed a fort.
Boss will be up momentarily if they want to try a risk.
Under attack.
Dragon Gall Z has a lot of map awareness. It didn't really help them out a whole lot in that game 1, but in this game 2, they are seriously using that to their advantage. Does look like we're going to see a bit of a fight going for this siege camp. More accurately, for the boss, which isn't actually up yet. Looks like Dragon Gall Z is just going to give that siege camp.
The Red King's core.
I was going to say, that core is starting to take some damage. Both sides keeping an eye on the boss. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think the core was actually going to take damage, but it was taking some shield damage. FF and the Pancakes does start the boss. The enemy Falstad's Gust is available, so it's a bit risky. Boss is about half Falstad is rotating in. They gotta be wary of that Gust. Misha does get stunned by the boss. Gust does go out. The Auric was unstoppable, though. He does engage onto the point. That's a lot of health bars on the point. Misha does go down. Autumn might be right behind. Ancestral went out. Beetle goes down. That's all blue health bars down. That might be game, honestly. I don't think Vala can stop this. Keep is gone. Keep is 100% gone. Question is, what else can they get with this? Is it just the keep? This keep is just burning. This keep is burning so fast. 20 advantage in favor of FF. Naz should have, yeah, Naz has Gargantuan pretty soon. This is, yeah, no. Big Entomb. Keeping the Vala at bay. And this is Game 2 for FF and the Pancakes. So thank you all for joining me. We sadly do not have an interview as they are not comfortable providing an interview, which is fine. That is the privilege of the captain to do the interview and such. That is not anything more than just a fun thing to do. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all next time.